You're at airport security. Your shoes stay on, your laptop comes out, everything feels routine, until the TSA officer pulls your bag to the side. They unzip your carry-on, pull out your medications, and suddenly your everyday pills, sprays, and syringes are spread all over the inspection table. You hear the words no traveler wants to hear.
We might not be able to let you take these on the plane.
For a lot of seniors, that's not just inconvenient. That's missing a wedding, a cruise, or a once-in-a-lifetime trip. Because of medication you're legally allowed to carry. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 12 types of medications and medical supplies older travelers carry all the time, and exactly how to pack them and what to say at the TSA checkpoint, so they don't get delayed, questioned, or taken away. If you're over 60, or you love someone who is, this might be the most important travel video you watch this year. Hey, it's Fast Track Flyer. We make practical videos to help seniors and their families travel confidently, without nasty surprises at security. Quick reminder, this video is education, not legal or medical advice. Rules can change, and different officers can apply them differently. So always double-check the TSA website and talk to your doctor before you fly. All right, let's get into the 12 senior medications TSA is most likely to question, and how you stay one step ahead. 1. Loose pain pills and giant mystery bottles. For a lot of older adults, over-the-counter pain relievers are daily life, not once-in-a-while extras. Arthritis, back pain, sore knees, you bring a lot because you know you'll need them. The huge mistake many seniors make? Pouring 100 or 200 pills into a plain Ziploc bag or an unmarked bottle to save space. To the X-ray scanner, that just looks like a solid brick of unidentified pills. That's a fast way to earn yourself a bag check and a long conversation. What to do instead? Keep a small amount, 10 to 20 pills, in your carry-on in the original labeled bottle if possible. Put any big backup bottles in your checked luggage if you're checking a bag. If you use a generic pill case for the flight, keep one labeled bottle with you as proof. Exact phrase to use if they ask.
These are over-the-counter pain relievers. Here's the original label with my name and dosage.
Short, calm, and clear. 2. Big tubs of powder, fiber, protein, collagen, and more. If you're over 60, chances are you have at least one powder you rely on. Fiber for digestion, protein for muscle, collagen for joints, electrolyte mixes, meal replacements. Here's the catch. Powder-like substances over about 12 ounces or 350 milliliters automatically get extra screening in many checkpoints. A big tub of fiber in your carry-on is almost guaranteed to get pulled aside. If officers can't clearly identify it, they can refuse to let it in the cabin. How to stay out of trouble? Divide big tubs into smaller containers under that 12-ounce mark. Put each one in its own little container with the original label or a clear printed label. When you hit the belt, place powders in a separate bin like you would a laptop. What to say?
These are my daily nutritional powders. Each container is under 12 ounces and labeled.
You're showing you're prepared and that the quantity is controlled. 3. Liquid medications over 3.4 ounces. This is where a lot of seniors panic. The famous 3.4-ounce rule for liquids does not apply the same way to medications. TSA actually allows larger amounts of medically necessary liquids, gels, and aerosols, but only if you declare them and let them be screened separately. So think about prescription mouth rinses, liquid antibiotics, large eye drops, heart solutions, cough syrups. The huge mistake is treating them like shampoo and just tossing them into your bag without saying anything. Your game plan. Put all liquid medications, prescription and over-the-counter, into a clear pouch. Keep that pouch on top of your carry-on. When you reach the officer, say this before your bag goes on the belt.
I have medically necessary liquid medications over 3.4 ounces that I need to declare.
Most of the time, they'll do a quick extra check and hand them right back. 4. Injectables, needles, and syringes. Insulin pens, EpiPens, arthritis injections, B12 shots, GLP-1 injections like Ozempic. For many seniors, skipping these is not an option. TSA does allow injectable medications and unused syringes when they're for medical use, but they must be screened, and they often want proof they're legitimate. Common problems. Labels have rubbed off. Pens and vials are loose with no paperwork. Needles are floating around without any context. How to do it right? Keep injectables in their original pharmacy packaging whenever possible. Make sure your name and the drug name are visible. Carry a one-page note from your doctor listing your name name each injectable medication, dosage that you must carry, syringes/needles. What to say at the checkpoint.
I'm traveling with injectable prescription medications and syringes. They're medically necessary and I have documentation if you need it.
You're telling them exactly what's happening before they have to ask. Quick break. I've created a complete TSA medication checklist for seniors. Link in the description below. 5. Weekly pill organizers and mixed pills. Let's be honest. For anyone on multiple medications, those Monday-Sunday pill boxes are lifesavers. The good news, TSA has said pill organizers and non-original containers are allowed. The bad news, if your organizer is full of different shapes and colors of pills with no labels nearby, some officers may ask extra questions, especially if you also have controlled substances like certain pain meds or anxiety meds. Smart way to travel with pill organizers. Use your organizer as usual. Take photos of every prescription label on your phone, your name, drug name, dosage, and prescriber. If space allows, carry 1 or 2 key original bottles, like heart meds or blood thinners, as proof. If you get pulled aside, say,
These are my daily prescription medications sorted into a weekly organizer. I have photos of all the original pharmacy labels and can show them to you.
you're showing that you're organized, not hiding anything. 6. CBD, THC, and cannabis-based products. This one surprises a lot of seniors. Maybe you use CBD oil, gummies, or cream for arthritis or sleep. It's legal in your state. Your doctor even recommended it. But here's the catch. Under federal law, which is what TSA follows, marijuana and many cannabis products are still illegal, and TSA officers must report suspected violations. Only certain hemp-derived CBD products with less than 0.3% THC are federally legal. Practical safety rules. Only travel with CBD products that clearly say something like THC-free or less than 0.3% THC on the label. Keep them in original packaging, not in homemade jars. If you're flying internationally, the safest move is leave all CBD and THC products at home. If someone questions it, you can say,
This is a hemp-derived CBD product labeled under 0.3% THC in the original packaging.
but whenever in doubt, it's better to skip it for the trip than risk confiscation or a conversation with law enforcement. 7. Medicated sprays and aerosols. Numbing sprays, medicated lidocaine sprays, certain skin treatments. They often come in pressurized aerosol cans. TSA is extra cautious with aerosols because of how they behave under pressure and because they can be misused. Small sprays under 3.4 ounces are usually straightforward. Bigger cans, that's where people run into trouble. Your best moves. Whenever possible, ask your doctor or pharmacist for a travel size version, 2 or 3 ounces. If you must bring a larger can in your carry-on, treat it like a liquid medication. Keep it separate. Declare it as medically necessary. Phrase to use.
This is a medically necessary prescription spray. The container is over 3.4 ounces, and I'd like to declare it for screening.
If you don't need it during the flight, consider putting larger aerosols in checked baggage instead. 8. Compounded and custom medications. Compounded medications, creams, gels, custom doses, are made just for you by a specialty pharmacy. The problem? They often don't look like normal meds. The labels can be plain, the container generic, and that can make officers more cautious. Remember, TSA officers are trained to ask questions about anything that looks unusual or unclear. How to make compounded meds easy to clear. Keep them in their original container from the compounding pharmacy. Make sure the label shows your name, pharmacy name and contact, drug name/ingredients, RX only, or similar language. Ask the pharmacy or your doctor for a brief letter confirming this is a compounded prescription. It's medically necessary for you. At the checkpoint, you can say,
This is a compounded prescription from a licensed pharmacy. My name and the pharmacy's contact information are on the label, and I have a letter from my doctor if you'd like to see it.
that sounds prepared and reasonable, not defensive. 9. CPAP machines, nebulizers, and breathing devices. For many older travelers, a CPAP or BiPAP machine literally helps them breathe safely while they sleep. The good news, these devices are absolutely allowed. The tricky part is how they're screened. CPAPs and nebulizers have tubing, motors, filters, and water chambers, which show up on scanners as complex electronics. They're almost always going to get extra attention. What you should do, pack your CPAP in a way that's easy to take break out. At security, remove it from its case and place it in a separate bin, just like a laptop. Bring a large clear plastic bag so your machine doesn't sit directly on the security bin. If you use oxygen concentrators or other specialized devices, carry a quick letter from your doctor. What to say?
I'm traveling with a CPAP machine. It needs to be screened separately, and I'd like to keep it in this clean bag.
You can also request a private screening if you're uncomfortable or can't stand for long. 10. Refrigerated medications and ice packs. Insulin, biologics for autoimmune diseases, some arthritis drugs. These often need to stay cold. TSA does allow frozen gel packs, ice packs, and insulated bags for medically necessary refrigerated medications. But here's the catch. If your gel pack is melting and slushy, officers may treat it more like a regular liquid, which can trigger extra screening. How to avoid problems. Freeze your gel packs solid the night before. Use 2 smaller gel packs instead of 1 big one so they stay cold longer. Keep all cold meds together in a clearly labeled medical cooler or pouch. At the belt, say,
These are refrigerated prescription medications with frozen gel packs. They're medically necessary, and they need to stay cold.
Most officers understand this and will work quickly so you can get them back on ice. 11. Medical gadgets with lithium batteries. Blood pressure cuffs, glucose meters, portable TENS units, handheld massagers, even some thermometers. Many of these run on lithium batteries, which aviation rules treat carefully. General aviation rules say lithium batteries should go in carry-on, not checked bags, and TSA may ask you to power the device on to prove it's real and harmless. If your device is dead and won't turn on, that can create extra questions. Before you leave home, charge all devices fully. Pack charging cables in your carry-on. Bring spare batteries in original packaging if they're removable. If asked, say,
These are medical devices I use regularly. They contain lithium batteries and are fully functional if you'd like me to turn them on.
that signals you're ready to cooperate. 12. Mobility aids. Canes, walkers, and wheelchairs. Last one, and it's a big one. Canes, walkers, rollators, wheelchairs, they are absolutely allowed, and they do not count toward your carry-on limit. But because they're large, metal, and support your body weight, they'll almost always get swabbed and inspected. That can feel intrusive if you don't expect it. Here's how to make it smoother. Tell the officer right away if you can't stand or walk unaided. Ask for a chair or hand support during screening. You can request a private room if you're uncomfortable being patted down in public. If you use a powered wheelchair, be ready to explain the battery type and how to switch it off for loading. And use this calm, clear line.
This is my mobility aid. I need it to walk safely. Please screen it while I remain seated or supported.
You're asserting your needs while showing full cooperation. Let's pull this together. Traveling with medications as a senior doesn't have to feel like a battlefield if you follow 3 golden rules. Document. Keep labels, photos of prescriptions, and simple doctor's notes for injectables, compounded meds, and devices. Declare. Speak up early about liquid meds over 3.4 ounces, aerosols, needles, gel packs, and medical devices. Separate. Put medications, powders, liquids, and devices where they're easy to see and inspect, not buried under shoes and snacks. Do that. And even if TSA pulls your bag, you'll look prepared, confident, and cooperative, not suspicious. You deserve to travel without fear that a stranger at a checkpoint is going to derail your health or your trip. If this video helped you, hit like, share it with a parent, grandparent, or friend who flies, and subscribe for more clear, no-panic guides to senior travel and safety. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.